I think it's time to talk movies.
I'm
Speaking
excited.
of bad items, they're going after some bad items
That's
in this
right.
movie.
Hey, you know, Ocean's 11,
All the
Ocean's
Ocean's movies,
12,
love
and all the
them.
guys, they all have
Yeah.
all the fun. Well, now it's time for the ladies to have some fun. It's called Ocean's 8, and it has a cast of superior actresses. Check it out.
In 3.5 weeks, the Met will be hosting its annual ball. And we are going to rob it. Not the ball itself.
On the neck of Daphne Kluger.
Valued at over $100 million.
150 million, actually.
Taylor Swift? Can't we just go to this? Do we have to steal stuff?
Yes.
Okay, most of the Ocean's movies take place in Las Vegas, right? But for the ladies, they go to New York City, and the ladies are Anne Hathaway, Cate Blanchett, Sandra Bullock, Mindy Kaling, Sarah Paulson, and Aquafina, for you guys who know all the rappers out there. So it's a big cast, a fine cast, and it's all about stealing this big giant necklace so they can get a whole bunch of money. Sandra Bullock is a jailbird. She gets out just like George Clooney did in the first one that we saw with the George Clooney crew. And they have a lot of fun, these ladies, and they shot this all in New York City, as I was saying. And one of the great scenes is the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and that's where they have a big gala where this Cartier necklace is stolen so these women can make a whole big bunch of money. So I was in New York City yesterday, talked to them, and this is what Sandra Bullock, Mindy Kaling, and Sarah Paulson said about filming at the Met.
We were there at night, too.
Yeah. Night in some sort of corset with a long gown, but
it was empty. It was we got to look at priceless works of art and not get rushed, because usually when you're there either as a kid or at the Met Gala, there are not times when you can. Yeah. You're not a ton of other people. And
I mean, I felt like it was alive. Like, remember Night at the Museum? Everything came alive. I was in the museum in this dress. You just walk around and you felt history. You were able to sense something that you don't get when you're there with lots of other people in there. Like we went in underground and they had all the black and white photos of when the museum was first established and them unpacking things and what?
What?
You said museum. You said something really not right.
You're hearing things. You're hearing
things. I didn't hear that. I said hotel room.
I did hear it, but then you called it, but you said.
You guys had something good for lunch.
We did.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, not good enough.
It was crack.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I like to hear the backstory of that dress you wore in a prison, too. That was an interesting dress.
Well, that's what I got arrested in.
I love Sandra Bullock.
I do too. I do too.
You
And
like
Sarah
her skin.
Paulson, she has the most amazing, amazing skin. She doesn't age. She always looks phenomenal. I'm very jealous of her. That's all I'm going to say.
Sandra Bullock's a lot of fun. I met her first time for Demolition Man. That was a long time ago with Sylvester Stallone. That was like 1990, early 1990s. And when I met her the first time, she was wearing this sweater, red sweater. I'll never forget it. And it had the fire department Station 57 written on the front of it.
Okay.
So we're doing the interview, and I'm talking to her, and finally I look down, I'm reading her sweater. She says, "Are you looking at my boobs?" So she wore this sweater on purpose, just so she could pull this joke on people. So she's always been like...
She's a jokester. She is a jokester.
She's always been like that.
Sarah Paulson's also really funny, too. I was watching her the other day in an interview, and she makes the most hilarious faces to imitate herself and how nervous she really gets on the red carpet. She goes, "I may look like I'm present, I'm here, I'm not afraid to be in front of the camera." She goes, "But inside, I'm terrified." And she makes some of the best faces I've ever seen. I couldn't even try, but they're good.
She does some freaky stuff too. And Mindy Kaling, she was on The Office. She actually wrote 24 of those and directed a whole bunch of them.
How many stars came out of The Office? Do you think with Chris, Steve?
Oh,
Mindy?
yes.
Yeah, that was a great show.
That was terrific. And it was born out of a show in Great Britain, out of England, that made a bunch of stars there. So really good idea, great idea.
It's going to be a good movie.
And Ocean's 8 is fun. It's a lot of fun. I went to the premiere. The girls were there, the ladies were there, and everyone had a terrific time. So, you wonder about these movies. Sometimes they one step too far and they're not so good. This is pretty good. So this is Ocean's 8. I bet you there's going to be an Ocean's 9. Yeah.
Okay.